This is the Michelle Swinick 2.0 show, and today's spotlight is on Caleb COLLIER, the host of Church and State podcast, combining the two that you're not allowed to talk about, people. So, Caleb, can you tell us a little about you and your show?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Church and
Mhm.
state. Hey, I was born in a cult, and right there, that should grab your attention fast enough. In fact, the cult that I was a part of as a baby, we were visited by representatives of Jim Jones. So I like to tell people I came this close to drinking the Kool-Aid, and I've been rejecting it ever since. So that should set the stage for the kind of content that you're going to hear on Church and State.
So you're not kidding, right? Like
No.
you really were in a cult.
Yes, I was actually in a
Okay.
cult. It was part of that whole 60s, 70s Jesus freak movement. There were a lot of communism sprinkled in. My parents lived in a common home and they shared a common purse. And
Okay.
thankfully, they got out of it when I was about 2 years old.
Okay, this is fascinating. I mean, this is an entire show, meaning a series, like a whole show on its own. But let's go back to church and state for a little bit. So let's go a little deeper. Tell us. I don't even know what's going to come out of your mouth at this point. So let's go and talk about the full story. Cult or no cult, whatever. Let's go. Let's give the audience what they need to hear.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you. And I always like to follow that up with a joke. So, Michelle, I'm just going to hit you with this real
Mhm.
quick. You know the worst part of a Jim Jones joke?
No, what?
The punchline.
I didn't even I could have figured that one out. I didn't wanna step on anything, so no, it's okay. You're
Yeah.
good.
Well,
He's
so
good, people. You might wanna tune into this one. Alright, go ahead. I'll let you, take the floor.
yeah,
Go,
I
my
I
friend,
do
go.
sprinkle a lot of humor into what we
Mhm.
do, and I think we have to because, honestly, the world is so wicked, so evil, that you gotta be able to laugh a little bit as you fight your way through it. So to give you a little bit more of a background on me, raised in California, don't hold that against me, I'm self-loathing, but I now live in Washington State. I joined the Marine Corps right out of high school, served for 4 years, and in fact, I was in the Marine Corps during 9/11. Did
Mhm.
not see any combat, but I am thankful that I served my country there. From there, I moved into being an EMT and served my community as an EMT for about 7.5 years. I've seen a lot of traumatic events that
Mhm.
sometimes I do discuss on this show. But from there, I started to get engaged in politics and very quickly became a city council member for the city that I live in. And while I was on the city council, I did two things that ensured that I would never be elected again. And those two things were one, fighting against a vaccine mandate back in
Mhm.
2016. So fighting against
Oh.
vaccine mandates before it was cool. But I did, and we were successful in that. The second thing that I did, which actually made international news that I didn't expect, was I tried to make my city a Second Amendment sanctuary city. Now, this was during the time period where we had a lot of sanctuary cities for illegal immigrants.
Mhm.
And our attorney general, who is now our governor in Washington state, had made a claim that he was going to abolish high capacity magazines and assault weapons, whatever those are. And so I tried to make our city a Second Amendment sanctuary city. It did not work. It got me a lot of attention.
Mhm.
But ultimately, the Republican Party decided to run somebody against me because I was too extreme and I lost my seat.
Oh, good old Republicans, yeah.
Yeah, you got to
Good
love them,
old
right?
it's the grand old party. It's the good old party. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I couldn't resist. I'm sorry. So go
No,
ahead.
you're absolutely right.
Mhm.
About a week after losing my position, because I really did feel called into politics, I was praying and it was like, God, like I know you called me here. What's going on? Why did I lose my seat? I was offered a talk radio spot, and so I've been doing talk radio since 2017. Transitioned into podcasts. Now it's a television show as well, which is we're part of the NRBTV network. But I've also worked for a lot of different political organizations over the years. I worked for the John Birch Society. I worked for Turning Point, Charlie Kirk's organization. So I've been involved in politics for a very long time and use this platform to discuss my minarchist views. I'm very libertarian in my views, very minimal government,
Mhm.
but also discuss a lot of things, theology, UFOs, Nephilim. I mean, there's not a subject I won't approach.
So we covered the state part. Talk about the church part since you led church and state. Didn't say state and church. let's go
Sure.
down the church avenue, please.
Yeah. So originally, when we started this program, I was joined by my best friend who's a pastor. And so he was the church side, I was the state side. He
Mm.
actually has moved into missions, and it's a great parting, no hard feelings whatsoever. But what it forced me to do was to take on that church side as well, which
You got forced to learn. Yeah, look at
I
that.
did. Yes.
Hmm.
And I've been really enjoying that. And so a lot of the conversations that I will have on church and state are around theology, obviously with that background of being born into a cult. And then even beyond that, my dad in particular, he's very charismatic, very Pentecostal in his belief system. I grew up with that, and I am not. I am not a Pentecostal. I'm not a charismatic. In fact, I've been on a journey as of late where I'm becoming much more of a confessional Lutheran. But I want to
Mm.
have these conversations with people, and I want to address heresies as well, because there's a lot of heresies that are occurring within the church. I kind of focus more towards prosperity gospel, word of faith, and the new apostolic reformation, which is taking a lot of us, especially Pentecostal charismatic churches. It's really gained a root there. But I'll talk about deconstruction of Christianity as well. I mean, there's a lot of subjects within our faith that we can discuss here.
Hmm. Beyond interesting, let's just say that. So let's before I wrap it up, before I give you the rapid fire round, because you did hit a couple things. Uh, Share something about the cult deal. I can't let you not address that, because if anything, maybe someone's watching this watching you for the first time and goes, "Okay, I need to know a little bit more," because people flock to drama and to they do like the chaos. So tell us a little bit about the cult experience, or something maybe that you figured out now that you didn't realize back then, because this is juicy stuff. I can't let it go.
No, absolutely, and it's a question I do get a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously, when people think about cults, they think about Jim Jones or maybe David
Mhm.
Koresh or something like that. This was not to that scale. Not to say that it wouldn't become that scale, but in typical fashion, cult leaders, well, they show their ugly hands, and the pastor that was leading that ended up getting in trouble. He was sleeping with about half of the female congregation, and they found out about it, so they ended up
Mhm.
kicking him out. But cults are typically ran by a very dynamic individual. And the 60s and 70s were really a prime time for this. We see a lot of cults that emerged during that time period. And I actually do a direct correlation to more of that non-denominational side of our Christianity. And that's not an attack against non-denominationalists. It's just that when we decided culturally as Christians that we were just going to follow the Bible, and we were going to remove all of that old time religion, we were going to remove the creeds, we were going to remove the church
Mhm.
traditions. Well, when we interpret the Bible according to our own eyes, our own heart, which is desperately wicked, you might read a scripture and I might read the same scripture, and we could come to two completely different conclusions. And it's those traditions, it's those creeds that kind of keep us in a straight line, so we're not branching all over the place. And that's what happened with the church that my parents were involved in. They started declaring that there were prophets and apostles, and they were getting direct words from God, and the pastor was getting direct words from God and leading the church in this direction or that direction. And obviously it collapsed in on itself, which was
Mhm.
probably the best thing that could have happened.
Interesting. So definitely everyone tune in to him to hear more about this, since he does talk about it on the show. It's fascinating because it's about human behavior. Okay, and cult comes in many forms. I'm just going to leave it at that. That's a whole setup for a good episode for you. So let's wrap this up. We're going to do the rapid fire round. You ready? Ready?
I
Ready
am
for the
ready.
rapid fire round? Okay. 3 words to describe you and your show, sir.
Yeah, I am passionate. I see the world with humor with everything that I do, and I'm just naturally curious.
Okay. I like this guy, guys. I like this guy. All right. So, a phrase, a quote, or a Bible verse that now reflects the 2.0 version of you.
Yeah, I learned this a long time ago. It's from one of my favorite presidents, even though the revisionist historians have really done him dirty. But it comes from Andrew Jackson, and the quote is, "I was born for a storm, and a calm does not suit me."
All right. Professional and funny, guys. So, I'm encouraging you to go ahead and tune in. Give the call to action. Where can people see you? What do you want them to do? How do you want them to react? I'm gonna let you close it out.
Yes, thank you again. Our website is churchandstate.media. I highly recommend that you go and check that out. We've got a lot there. We've interviewed a lot of amazing guests over the years, from Eric Trump, Dr. Ron Paul, Vodi Bakum. We got a lot of great people on there. You can find us across almost every social media, Church and State 1776 or One Church and State. Those are kind of our two tags there. But please check us out, especially at churchandstate.media.
My biggest preoccupation was the chronic disease epidemic. We are now the sickest country in the world. We announced this week, CDC announced that 76.4% of Americans are suffering a chronic disease. And my uncle was president, it was 11%. In 1950, it was 3%. And we're the sickest country in the world. We have the highest chronic disease burden of any country in the world. And yet we spend more on healthcare than any country in the world. We spend 2 to 3 times what European nations spend. We spend nearly as much in our country for healthcare as all the other nations in the world combined. And yet we have the worst health outcomes. We've lost 6 years in lifespan and longevity to Europe in the past 20 years. Our kids, our girls are hitting puberty 6 years earlier than historically. Our young men have sperm counts that are half of what they ought to be. They have testosterone levels that are half of what they ought to be. We have diabetes that is now endemic, not just epidemic, it's everywhere. 38% of teens are now diabetic or pre-diabetic. When I was a kid, it was 0. And the autism rates, which the president is particularly concerned with, have dropped from less than 1 in 10,000 in 1970 to 1 in every 31 kids today. So this is a national security issue. 8 out of 10 of our children, of our young men, cannot qualify for military service. It's national security, it's our economy, it's wrecking. This is an existential crisis for our country.
But once I just flooded myself with this plant-based nutrition so the body could heal itself, all of a sudden everything started to go back to normal. The sleep was better. The hot flashes, they're gone. Okay, I can say that they are gone. But I haven't worn this shirt since 2023. I couldn't fit into it.
Well, they say that's the test, how your clothes fit.
Yeah, well, because I'm gaining muscle. Okay, so I'm okay with the scale not being where it needs to be. But here's the thing too, you've got my bowels. They're like, I'm like a champ. Okay, I'm getting that stuff out. Because you have to get the bad stuff out. My mom died of colon cancer, so I get it. Okay, when that stuff don't come out, it doesn't work out well for you. Inflammation, it's like 2 different people. Okay, 2 different people, and I can see it in my joints. I can see it in my foot. I can see it in my face. But I'm going to show you the picture real quick. Look at the difference. There's no AI and no Photoshop, no touch-up, no nothing. Same person. This is not from exercise, everybody. This is from nutrition. This is from supplements and skincare.
Wow.
And I have done every diet on the planet. Okay, so there isn't one I haven't tried. I've never had results like this. I've lost weight because a lot of the diets, I'm starving myself, right? This, for the first time, I've actually done supplements for nutrition. I've flooded my body with plant-based nutrition. All the issues are gone. And now that my body's in balance, it's about cleanse, balancing, and building, right? That's the magic formula. So it can do what it's supposed to do. To purchase products or get more information, go to savemyfreedom.us. Click Get Healthy. You can also book a call. Click Get Healthy or book a call. Got questions? And I'll even guide you through which products you need. Text me 601-301-3503. 601-301-3503. We're your people, right? Because we're here to help people make money and get healthy. Because look, what does this say? What does it say? What does that say, Mike? Read that.
You can have everything in life that you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. How about that?
How about that? How about that? It's pretty much a brilliant statement by the great Zig Ziglar. And it's just a matter of what do you guys want to do? Do you want to keep living the life that you're living? Or do you want to make a change, which requires 30 minutes a day, following some instructions, and make some money and get healthy? That's it. And have people there supporting you, showing you, guiding you, helping you. So you're not doing it by yourself. I did all that election stuff. I mean, Leo helped, but I did it all by myself. And I said, I don't want to do this stuff by myself anymore. I don't like doing things and starting from scratch and having to create it. If I'm going to do anything, I need a team. I want a group. I want people to support. I want a mentor. I want somebody to ask questions to. I don't want to have to spend hours trying to figure out. It's all done. We figured it all out. It's already finished. You just got to follow the instructions. If you're coachable, that's a way, because otherwise at the end of the day, this is us. We're just a bunch of low-hanging fruit that is so low to the ground that it's literally rotting. The opportunity of a lifetime. Don't let the opportunity of your lifetime be like the low-hanging, rotting fruit on the ground in 140-degree heat here in Maricopa County, Arizona. Don't let that be you.
Yeah.
Because 30 days is going to go by real quick. You're not getting any healthier, and you're not getting any more money in the bank account. And you don't want to live like that.
It's all about
live like that. You don't have to live like that. No,
it's
more.
all about an ecosystem, which is very powerful.
But we did it. We put the ecosystem together. We put it together for the people. The business model of the people is now active. Okay? It's through the Save My Freedom movement. 2 complete digital platforms to build residual income, to get yourself healthy, to make more money, help other people, transform your life, get your time freedom back, get your health freedom back, get your financial freedom back, and a complete support staff and coaches and mentors who are making a hell of a lot of money, who have been doing this for a lot of years, and they know what they're doing, right? It's just, and you don't even have to do the work. They're working for you. All you got to do is invite somebody to a webinar or invite someone to call me, and we'll do all the rest. That's all you got to do. I don't do anything unless I've done it myself. I don't do anything half-assed. You guys should know that by now. I don't align myself with other people that aren't more successful than myself, because I need to learn from them. I don't know the stuff, right? I'm not there to reinvent the wheel. I'm just there to help make it spin faster, so everybody can be at the same pace. And let's do this. I'm telling you, this is amazing. It's the solutions, guys. It's the solutions. It's the easiest thing you can do in your life, and it will change everything. Look,
I will just say
there's the sign.
Taking the country back, as you hold up the sign, taking the country back starts with taking our lives back, and it's not just about taking back our votes. It's about taking back our health and taking about our financial freedom as well. So I commend you guys.
So yeah, go to savemyfreedom.us, savemyfreedom.us. You subscribe to the Substack.